Hello beloveds, I am Kayla and this is my YouTube channel. It's been changing and evolving over the many years that it's been here, and it will continue to. And as I come out of this deep winter of the season here in the North Hemisphere, but also of my life, I am beginning to find moments of inspiration again. And so I just want to offer what is in my heart, what is alive in me today, and what I hope will continue to grow throughout the year. So this is a series, hopefully, about yoga. So yoga is a really dear practice of mine. I got 2 certifications in it, and I have been on many different yoga retreats, and I have practiced yoga for over 6 or 7 years now. And during that 6 or 7, probably actually 7 or 8 years actually, during that time I had a steady 4 to 5 year practice, and it was just relatively recently in that journey that yoga kind of fell off, and there were some things that I needed to process in my somatic body before I could return to this practice in a way that was nourishing for my soul again, because I changed. So this series is for my own practice, but also for reviving and or introducing yoga to those who wish to just have a small practice. It doesn't have to be an hour every day. It doesn't have to be, you know, all this like do this and then that and meditation and study this and study that. It's really just about getting in the body, practicing through consistency and repetition, and exploring how your body changes over time. So this series is really simple, especially at the start, because we're in winter. You know, I'm not trying to just blow the whole world away with, you know, a whole program or a whole series that's like dedicated to like the most big high-end goals there are. I'm really just trying to meet myself and those of you who are here with me as we are. And we are in winter, and so we are here to honor that. That being said, I wanted to really clarify like what this series is and how it's going to work. Every moon, as many of you know, lunar cycles, seasonal cycles, women's cycles are really, really important to me. We all have cycles, no matter our gender, no matter our hormones, no matter what's going on. We all have this ability to tap into the cycles around us. And so this series is really born out of that wisdom that has been really living in me, something that I've been really devoted to over the last 4 or 5 years of my life, consciously. So what's gonna happen is every new moon, the start of a lunar cycle, I'm going to put out 2 yoga videos. One of them is gonna be a flow, and this is more of like a yang. It's meant to get the energy moving, it's meant to get the body awake, it's meant to challenge, it's meant to stimulate, right? Yang energy. We want a little bit of movement, blood flow. And then I'm also going to post a yin practice. Now, I've taught yin for many years. Yin is one of my absolute favorite yoga styles, and so it's actually my preferred, but I know that I need the flow practice, or else I'll get a little too lethargic, I'll get a little too heavy in my body, I'll get a little too comfortable. So it's really about working with both the polarities of a cycle, right? We have the fire, we have the yang, we have the intensity, and then we have the yin, we have the receptive, we have the fluid, we have the lower passivity rather than intensity. So that's how it's structured. Every new moon I will release 2 videos, and maybe this will change as the seasons change. You know, maybe around summer solstice I'll have more energy and I'll want to share more, or maybe it will stay exactly this way. Who knows? Beyond that, I'm hoping to anchor them a little bit into some of the wisdom that I have been studying deeply for the last 5 years. This includes and is not limited to Jungian psychology, archetypal psychology, somatic release, somatic response, somatic experiencing. This is also related to my past and years of dance in all of its form, a little bit of ballet, mostly exotic dancing, which is like this fluid, feminine form of like deep power of the body, and it's deeply tied to somatics. So that's in here as well, and then also my experience and my devotion to a mystery school path that I am on now, where I am learning about the feminine, I am learning about the masculine. These are not gendered specific things, these are energies, polarities that we hold within ourselves, and learning how to love it all into wholeness, bring it all into love, bring it all into union. And so there's deep archetypal, alchemical, cyclical, resonant themes I'm trying to bring into my own life, and I hope to imbue that through our movement and our time together. And I really hope that in all of this I can instill, just themes of love and themes of acceptance and things of grace, because that is truly what this world needs at this time. This is not a grow your butt kind of series. This is not a aesthetic yoga thing, and there's nothing wrong with the way that Western culture has kind of adopted yoga. It's more that like in these moments I really feel like what the world needs is the true practice of yoga, which is about bringing things into union, which is about shadow work, right? Bringing what you repress, what makes you uncomfortable, what hurts, what feels good, into resonant coherence and into wholeness, so that we're not pushing and projecting and avoiding parts of our life. So this is where we are, and this is what I am excited to bring to you today. And I think that's all I wanted to say. Let me just check in real quickly. Sorry, no, my neighbors were being a little loud, so I need to just re-say what I said, because I don't think I was totally present for it. Yeah, so the aim in this series is really to begin folding in the elements of the mystery school path that I'm walking. I am currently in my 3rd year, and I am devoted to more of this discovery, more of this learning, more of this initiation into the feminine mysteries, which is the mysteries of human life. It's not just for females, it's for the human soul. It's alchemy of soul, it's shadow, it's psychology and its essence, which is study of the soul rather than modern psychology as it is today. And that is where I'm coming from, and I hope to weave in some astrology through that and just have some fun with this. So a quick note on the astrology: I have been studying tropical, which is like traditional Western, for a while now, and I'm being called to also integrate sidereal, and sidereal is true sky versus tropical, which is based on like where the stars were about 2,500 years ago. So there's a little bit of difference here. I'm not totally centered in that yet, and so I'm just going to start with tropical, but that may evolve through this series, and I may stumble a little, and I may get a little disoriented, because they're very different flavors of astrology, but I do believe that there is a middle path, and that there's a way to use them both in a way that brings us into harmony with ourselves and what we're here to do and what we're feeling in our bodies. So with that, I would invite you to set your space, to lay out your mat, to grab some blocks, maybe have some tea, whatever it is that makes you feel like you have maybe the next 20, 30 minutes to yourself. This video is going to be the intro to this series. I'm going to focus on the foundational movements that I'm going to be using through most of my classes. That doesn't mean we'll use them all every time. It just means that these are pivotal, strong movements that you can practice throughout the month. You can practice in between sessions, you can practice, whenever you feel. So with that, let's get started.